Finally, international football over. And of course, we can get back near discussing a lot of club football or as on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Of course, a lot of the information as on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Welcome to Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So subscribe to the channel now. I entreat you subscribe to the channel and turn on notification. Yes, subscribe to the channel now and turn on notification. Send a bell once any content drops. You are first to get it. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notification. Of course, pause the video, go back, subscribe to the channel and turn notification. Of course, me that will be asking everybody that subscribe to the channel, that's turn on notification, that do share the link. Of course, I treat you also say you share the link to everybody that loves sports, any sports group, be a woman. Share the link. Let's have a very big conversation. It's very, very important that you share the link and we have that conversation. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. ET International Football returning from Friday and yes, Saturday. From Friday, the games are starting. Most of the teams are starting elbow games on Friday, and we'll walk with you all of them. Oshe Nyamiadma on Friday from the German Bundesliga, from the Italian Serie A. Then you go to English Premier League on Saturday, and on Sunday the English Premier League comes up again. All of those games no Basel. And on Friday in the German Bundesliga, Dortmund elbow against FC Heidenheim. Or German Bundesliga in the Spanish La Liga, Real Betis elbow against the Leganes or the Spanish La Liga. In the French League, there's AS Saint-Etienne elbow against the Lille. Big one, you're betting enthusiast. Now, Oko Fiifi-Manfred on WhatsApp. Fiifi-Manfred as a WhatsApp channel also. We give you the best betting also. You can follow that channel every day. Be a match on. I put the best 5 picks every 2 for you. Then you can meet me a chat. Then you get a lot of money. So go to Fiifi-Manfred channel on WhatsApp as well and make some good money for yourself. So you're betting panther, open bet party. And of course, I say that we analyze the games better. Every game, every team, we move. Especially, of course, most of your followers are Chelsea for. So of course, we give you most of the Chelsea information. But other clubs so in a championship match or so on Friday, Fiifi-Manfred WhatsApp channel on WhatsApp. I will give you that betting odds now now that international football has ended. Of course, in the Portuguese Liga also, there's FC Aurora versus Sporting CP. And no, any didn't come about Sporting CP for center forward. And today's question is simple. Which victor should Chelsea buy? Which victor should Chelsea buy? Which victor should Chelsea buy? In the comment section, let me hear from you. Victor Beng and a Chelsea into. Is it Victor Osimhen or Victor Gyökeres? Victor Beng and a Chelsea into. Victor Osimhen and Victor Gyökeres. And now, make catch you up. Say the number of goals are about a friend of Victor Gyökeres, the Swedish centre forward. Oko Sweden, or no any Alexander Isak, any leader on the front line. They have been instrumental this international break. Omasanche goals, of course. Especially for a friend of Victor Gyökeres, he has been solid up front, and people see him say it is the combination of the technical ability and the physical strength, the hold-up ability. You say, okay, Victor Osimhen and the technical ability of finishing, holding up play, creating separation, running channels, and then of course being an excellent, link-up player also up front as a centre forward. No, and Emma friend of Victor Gyökeres. Setting up the Portuguese Liga on fire on Friday, or big game against Aroa for Sporting CP after returning from playing for his national team Sweden in the Europa Nations League. And the question is simple: Victor Beng and a Chelsea top. Victor Beng and a Chelsea top. Is it Victor Osimhen? Let me hear from you in the comment section. Victor Osimhen, from what you've seen, and from what you've seen from the two Victors, one Victor Osimhen, two Victor Gyökeres, Victor Beng, and Chelsea and Concoton. Everybody knows as it stands now. Nicholas Jackson may become a second striker maybe in January, and Chelsea will need a centre forward, an out-and-out centre forward. Chelsea tried very, very hard to get Victor Osimhen, and Uti Asema Mikel Obi Eka in the last few hours, and he was clear. So Chelsea were almost there in finishing the deal for a friend Victor Osimhen. But for the last minute things, there's some it's medicals and the traveling of Victor Osimhen and a few things. And where it was, it can be picked up in January. You go for Bebre, so one moment Chelsea former Victor Osimhen, he's a little bit overhyped. Ocean the numbers are watching more than 15 goals just about 2 or 3 times in a season. He hasn't been that consistent, sir. And there is a boy called Victor Gyökeres who had gone from Coventry in the championship and has gone to the Portuguese league, and consistently he's delivering for Ruben Amorim's Sporting CP. So Chelsea and Shell fan and my team name. So I am asking the question today. Say Victor Ben and I'm going to run you by the stats of all of them, starting with a bunch of friend Victor Gyökeres. In fact, William Hill predicting as the dark horse, one of the dark horse center forwards for the UCL Golden Boot of the Year, Victor Gyökeres, and he's in the form of his life. Form a temporary, but class is the most important thing. With the likes of Lille, Stormgrass, the league facing RB Leipzig, Bologna, PSV, Club Brugge, and the UCL group in can the Switch snatch the Golden Boot award? Also, the numbers of our branch fan of Victor Gyökeres. Golden Boot, Victor Gyökeres, and the dark horse for the UCL Golden Boot award. Games for Sporting CP in all competitions since so-called the Portuguese League. About 55 games for 14 CP, 55 games for Sporting CP. Was 50 goals. 55 games, 50 goals. Victor Gyökeres. 55 games, 50 goals. Made 18 assists, and the minutes per goal or assist is 68 minutes. Staggering numbers. These are Ellen Bright's Highland numbers. I said Bright. Ellen Bright's Highland numbers. These are top numbers for Obia Abrante and Victor Gyökeres. And he's also Scandinavian, a Viking just like Holland. These guys are very physical, very aggressive, and if they're able to develop the technical side of the game, most of the times they are unbeatable. And let me be saying the question: in 55 games for Sporting CP, Victor Gyökeres has 50 games for Sporting CP, but making 18 assists. Was the minutes to goal ratio is 68. In the Sweden national team, were both 22 games for Sweden. Was 9 goals or 4 assists, making it 93 minutes per goal or assist. 2024-2025 season for club and country, was 2 assists against FC Porto in the Portuguese Super Cup. On the first game against Rio Ave, or shall go 1 assist. On the next game against Nacional, 2 goals, 1 assist. On the third game against Farense, or 3 goals, a hat trick and no assist. Then against FC Porto, being 1 goal, no assist. Then against Azerbaijan for Sweden in the UEFA Nations League, or 1 goal, 2 assists. And then against Estonia, of course, or 2 goals, 1 assist. So the numbers of Abrantia, your friend Victor Gyökeres, is staggering. Do you want him ahead of Victor Osimhen? Because in January and maybe next summer, Chelsea will go in for a striker over there, and they will need one person. Is it Victor Gyökeres or is it Victor Osimhen? Victor Osimhen, everybody knows the numbers that he gave. He won the Coppa Caponieri for the Italian Serie A, and it is something that an African hadn't done for a very, very long time. He's a top center forward, an excellent hold-up player, somebody that runs the channels, also an excellent physical specimen. And I've said it several times that Victor Osimhen's ability to create separation and then ball manipulation in tight spaces and get the goal in is his best attribute. And again, honestly, in this international break, he scored against Benin, a half volley at video Awosha. And if you know anything about football, you can tell that that's a difficult skill to pull off. Victor Osimhen did it against the Beninois in Oyo when he played for the Nigerian national team. Another top center forward. Chelsea have gone close to him. If you know the Victor Osimhen story, you will not be worried. He is a consistent somebody that never stops chasing things. And his story from when he first went to Europe, his issues when he went to Charleroi, when he had malaria, when he couldn't play, getting an injury after signing in Germany, then breaking into the scene when he went to Belgium, going to France and Lille, and then scoring those number of goals. I think it was around 18 goals or so when he went to Lille, and then going to the Italian Serie A with SSC Napoli under Luciano Spalletti, coach, turning the Italian Serie A into a game of his own, and then helping Napoli win their first Scudetto in 3 decades since Diego Armando Maradona was definitely huge. 2 top center forwards, 2 top profiles, 2 players that enters the Chelsea starting lineup and turns things around, makes Chelsea a better side, gets goals. Both of them, it's assured that they are going to get you goals in there. Victor Gyökeres and Victor Osimhen. Osimhen from Nigeria, Victor Gyökeres from Sweden, a Scandinavian versus an African. Who are you going for? I want to hear from you. I've laid everything before you in the comment section in the over there for you. I think Osimhen is somewhere around 25 thereabout, 24, 25 thereabout, and I think Gyökeres is also hovering around. That's in the same age group, both of them. Who are you going for? Victor Osimhen and Asa Brantia, your friend of Victor Gyökeres. Victor Gyökeres. Of course, there is a lot to unpack here. I see on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube for you, and maybe remove baby. I'm catch you say on Friday their games. I running through some of them on Saturday. Their games are also going to go on in all the leagues across the last game. Because Southampton against Manchester United. Manchester United, of course, the late Ekoko game against Germany made mistakes. On the first game on in the Nations League, he made another mistake, and a lot of people are coming after him. Yes, there are issues with Delete in terms of concentration at the back, but I think that Delete is not a bad centre back. They are going to play away to Southampton, a very tricky side in Southampton. It's going to be a difficult one for them. Manchester United on the last game against Liverpool, was a big one. Can they go ahead and get the job done going away to go and play against Southampton? Or it's not going to be that. Southampton on the last 2 games have played in a 3-back, a team that's very solid without the ball, with Ben Narek at the back. And very, very tough. Can team and friend Manchester United go away and go to Southampton and get a job done? Manchester City, a better match, FC Brentford. Of course, Thomas Frank's side, another very solid, resolute 3 at the back side. That makes it very difficult for you to win games against them. Some more ball or the first some from the Brentford Community Stadium. Now is the G-Tech Community Stadium. Always difficult for you to get games and wins against Thomas Frank's side, your friend at Brentford. Where do you think this stands? Manchester City definitely Nathan Akara on international break. How is it going to pan out for them? How is Pep going to tweak things at the back, at the left side centre back? Of course, there's Josko Guardiola team. John Stones and Shedon board this season. When he fully recovers, they will step into that Pep Guardiola team. Of course, Liverpool, so against Nottingham Forest. Liverpool some tricky games. This one is an Anfield. I expect them say they will get a job done against a Nottingham Forest side coached by Nuno Espirito Santos. Team Fulham playing against West Ham, one of those London derbies because in the English Premier League. I think Fulham perennial. They have some long stay in the English Premier League. It'll be a difficult side to play against, and you'll be tough to play. And you Reno, that's when there's a big one. AFC Bournemouth versus Chelsea away the Vitality. AFC Bournemouth versus Chelsea away at the Vitality. I know and the Chelsea players now are returning. All of the Chelsea players have returned. All of the Chelsea players are returning. And Moises Caicedo won the last game for Ecuador. He was captain, the new manager of Ecuador. Moises Caicedo, the captain of the national team. Kendry Paye, Chelsea new small boy now. From Ecuador. San Domingo, also a boss. He started the game. Of course, South America for Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Ebo Argentina's game against Colombia. Very, very tight game. South America for I don't know what it eats in that part of the world, but this is what makes their games very interesting. Enzo Fernandez Ebo's our game, and then of course he is going to return to go to England and go and be with his team. By Wednesday, by Thursday evening, Friday morning, they will be part of training, and then they are going to be there. Everybody's going to be in there. Now, Madrid and Europe also a game in the UEFA Nations League, and one of the games that people feel like his performance was up, and I've seen highlights of it. I didn't watch the full game, but you can tell Madrid performance is not getting better and better and better and better with time. And in training, Portugal players thinking about, and Enzo Maresca went down to it, drilling his team, telling them at the airport your team in him with respect to what he wants from them in that game against AFC Bournemouth. Joao Felix are returning, Pedro Neto are returning, Renato Viega are returning. The big issue, and they say in the training videos now, Chelsea for a post there was no Romeo Lavia still. Romeo Lavia still MIA. Yes, Chelsea are saying it's still a precautionary thing, and then it doesn't mean say Romeo Lavia Ebra for the long term. It's just precautionary. That's what they are saying. Of course, we'll share the performance of Romeo Lavia in that game against Manchester City at Chelsea against Manchester City first game. Now, everybody now have begun to believe say there is a need to get that boy fit and keep him in there. And I think that's what Enzo Maresca and the staff to make sure say they are reasonably managing a branch in front of Romeo Lavia, keeping him fit. making sure that he doesn't get injured, doesn't get recurred, because there's a long stretch of the season yet to go. And if Chelsea are able to get him fit, then definitely they're going to get the importance for our better friend Romeo Lavia. Cesar Casadia, this train, if Moise Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, who are both from South America, ever later, it means that Chelsea will have to find a way to play either one of these plus another person. If you want for Chelsea Football Club, which is very, very important in the for them to start these games now. Chelsea for to prepare for the games now. In the Spanish La Liga on Saturday also. There are games. RCD Mallorca against Villarreal. There's RCD Espanyol against Deportivo Alaves. Sevilla FC against Getafe. Then there is Real Sociedad against Real Madrid in that game. Of course, Madrid in him said they need to get things running. It's about finding the balance in that Madrid setup. Last week on the game, boy, there was a 4-2-3-1 and Madrid therefore boy playing Mbappe as centre forward. It looks as if says here Mbappe Adiatou say he is going to be a centre forward. Nyanana Yetete or Paris Saint-Germain say he always loved to come out from the left hand side. He didn't want to stay central on the left hand side. It looks as if Carlo Ancelotti has spoken to the Frenchman, has made him understand that at Real Madrid he's seen as a number 9. And of course, Didier Deschamps Ekai same and I know all of the outlets in Madrid are saying at Madrid, Abrante Fen Kylian Mbappe is seen as a number 9, a centre forward for him to get goals. Which is 4-2-3-1. Vinny was on the left. There was Dani Ceballos in the team on the number 10 row. It can be Brahim Diaz in there as well. Then there was Rodrigo Gosh, Abrante Fen Kylian Mbappe being up top, occupying central areas. It's important for Madrid, so be keeping Mbappe fit for him to get a goals for them, because definitely Mbappe's job will be to score goals. Osimhen, Federico Valverde did play as the midfield to the double pivot, and I think it's going to be important also. So Madrid are able to recover Brandt Freno, Eduardo Camavinga is going to be important. In the number 10 row, Arda Güler can play there, Dani Ceballos can play there, Ibrahim Diaz can play there. Now there's the need to get Brandt Freno, Dani Carvajal in their team. So also the German national team. Yes, they do not have Toni Kroos in their ranks, but what Julian Nagelsmann, manager, and they say he's using Pascal Gross to come and do that controlling job, and that's what Madrid can do with either Osimhen or Eduardo Camavinga deep in deep areas to try and control the tempo of the game and control the game in itself, largely for Tima, the fellow Real Madrid. Of course, the back four was Carvajal, Eduardo, Rudiger, Militao, and Abantia, your friend Mendy. They are going away to go and play against Real Sociedad. Sociedad at the San Sebastian, always a difficult game for anybody to go away at the San Sebastian to go and play against team and friend of Real Sociedad. But we'll wait to see how all of that goes on. Of course, Martins will be Mendy stayed, he didn't move anywhere. Or they ended up different Torrientes, as a 6 and 8. Takufiso Kubo, Madrid player, is going to be in there with Gomez, Sadiq, Umar Sadiq, Nigerian centre forward, tall and lanky. The belly be lines now. And of course, it's a game of Manuel Pellegrini side will not make it easy for Madrid, but they have also gotten their players back and they will look to bounce back. Of course, Milan against Venezia in the Italian Serie A, Empoli versus Juventus Subacoso, Como versus Bologna, something that's also going to go on in the Italian Serie A. But the big one, and it's a Barca sporting director, your friend Deco, has spoken about Barca transfers now. Deco has spoken about Barca transfers now. Obaba against Girona. Mind you, Girona, Mikel side last season, one of the most difficult sides to play against in the Spanish La Liga. It is a team bought by the City Group of companies, into almost a City Group, I say, and manager that is called Michel, a top manager in there for Tima, your friend in Girona. Barca are going to play against them on Sunday after they return. And I know, and I go Piemo. The Barcelona airport, all the Barca boys, I'm called the Spanish duty. Dani Olmo, Alejandro Balde, we talk about players, all of the players I'm called international duty for the Spanish national team. Pau Kubasi are retaining for FC Barcelona, and it's a good one for them. They need to keep up the heat. Robert Lewandowski is sharp, getting the goals in, and I think I like the fact that there are a lot of rotations going on, and also Hansi Flick, he's being more direct with the team. It's important, say team, a lot of issues. No one, you keep players that are close to Robert Lewandowski, if they lose the ball, they can press from there. You not force him to do a lot of the press because and also the rotations of sometimes Alejandro Balde keeping the width and Rafinha coming inside helps with a lot of central progression, a lot of central congestion, having players in close proximity to win the ball from close to each other transit it and try and get goals now. Very important. Of course, Lamine Yamal, because Abrante Fene Jules Kondo doesn't really keep the weight and bump up into. He keeps the weight but comes inside sometimes. If he does, then Jules Kondo will keep the weight. If you have a base of Mark Bainala, where by this time Mark Casado, if you want him, then you have him with Danny Olmo in there as a 6 and 8. One push up, one comes down. Then you have Pedri sitting there as a number 8 that controls the game. It's very, very important. I think Barca are getting there. But Asema, Deco, I can a huge stuff. Deco and making some declarations via Deco say they didn't actually need Abrantia, your friend Lamine, Abrantia, friend Inaki Williams. They didn't need Inaki Williams. Now, almost share the profile. No one. Yes, Deco say we didn't sign Nico. Because we have Rafinha, Ferran, Ansu, Lamine, plus Femin and Olmo to help there. Danny Olmo gives us more options rather than signing one more winger. According to him, Oman Congo signing Abrante and Nico Williams because it was a decision made by themselves, was a sporting decision. They believe in terms of the squad of team friend in Barcelona, Danny Olmo, more options than anyone or bit more as a 10, bit more on the wing, or bit more deeper, so a better, more versatile than playing Abrante, buying Abrante in Naka Williams. Something that I think is just hindsight conversation. They wanted Abrante in Naki Williams. Inaki Williams was important. Nico Williams, was important to their cause. They did everything financially, and a few things stopped Tima, your friend of Barca, from signing Abrante, your friend of Nico Williams in there. And if you look at Rafinha, see, we wanted to keep Rafinha as well as other players. They were offers, but we didn't want to lose anyone important. We had to increase the level, not lower it. We couldn't fall into the temptation to sell. Barca director. So we have signed Danny Olmo. We have a midfielder we didn't have. We had it. They had it in Ikai Gonohan. But they decided to get a younger player in Danny Olmo. There's nothing wrong with that. In there, Danny gives us hunger to win. Barca has always been a mix of home and hungry players, which is very, very important in there. Bayern president Heine on Joshua Kimmich's deal, no? And also, Joshua Kimmich has to sign a contract extension. They want to keep him there. We would be happy if Joshua ended his career at Bayern. It's not just for the next year, rather many more years. But Joshua Kimmich is looking at a move possibly abroad from Germany, just like Jamal Musiala and Bayern for him. Said they need to find a way. All of these players almost had a contract extension. Almost Kucha, your friend of Vincent Company, to see if are good enough and for them to commit their future to Bayern Munich. Yes, sir, they'll look for moves abroad. There is Manchester City. There is a lot of the teams, Bayern, Real Madrid, that would love the controlling ability of Abrante, your friend of Joshua Kimmich in the middle of the park to control things for them. Of course, Harvey Elliott expected to be out when a lot of elite injury with a fractured foot to Omoma Liverpool for a long time. Chelsea finally Aton Abrante, your friend David Datro Fofana. David Datro Fofana. Chelsea Etonako AEK Athens in Greece, first on loan with an agreement to reach, including on Arsenal, crossing a 20 million option to buy AEK Athens June 2025 to decide about it. Fofana as a Tidiola, and also Echo Greece. I think that today, as international football returning and all of the news about a high fee, this is where you get the best. Don't turn away from here. Turn on notification. Consistently come here. I've told you 3 times daily. I give you in the morning. I give you one for my updates on Isra in the afternoon. Then quickly in the evening, 6 p.m. before we go, I give you a last bulletin here. 3 times here. Turn on notifications. It's back to back. Chelsea, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Barca, all the teams I want to see on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Turn on notification. Don't go nowhere. Bye.